Hello, hello, hello. It's always so funny. I come on and this was saying, hey, no internet connection is I'm looking closer than it's like live. So I appreciate the fact that you dealt with the fact that my face was all up in the camera. Happy hump day. It is Wednesday. I don't know about you all. I feel like January is literally flying by like it's literally flying by. I'm coming in for just a few minutes. I'm not going to keep you in here too awfully long. I want to do just a little bit of quick quality time. So today we're going to talk about 5 ways this psychiatrist, me, is managing stress in 2021 because I know we are all dealing with so much stress, so much change, so much just overall craziness. That I wanted to come in and let you know what someone with a whole bunch of experience in human behavior, way too much education is doing. So you hear firsthand what I'm even doing, and you can choose to try it yourself or to just be like, oh, sounds cool, but I got something else. So I'm cool with that. As you come in, need you to do me a couple of quick favors. First quick favor is if you know someone that needs this, tag them. I want to make sure everybody gets a little quality time. The next thing, if you know someone that needs this, share. Sharing is caring. If you want to take it to another level, you can always do a watch party. The next thing is if you are watching on replay, it's not even a big deal. If you can't watch it live, I'm just happy that you chose to spend some time with me. So just put hashtag replay in the comments and let me know as you're going along. Let me know how you feel. And go ahead and start dropping in the comments what you're doing to deal with the stress of, I'd say 2021, but this has been kind of a rollover from 2020. So I know everyone is still managing the pandemic, the financial implications, work, family, leave it, not leave it. Now we're managing vaccine, no vaccine. Can you get the vaccine? Can you find the vaccine? Where the vaccine? Along with, we recently had the attempted coup on the White House. Now we have impeachment hearings. There is just some of everything going on. We're still dealing with ongoing racial injustice. We're still dealing with all the things we have to do as adults, such as take care of our health, the health of our families, deal with all these responsibilities. If you're a business owner, the responsibilities of your business. PPP just started. There is so much stuff. So I want to do remind a little stuff to myself, but also share with you some things that you can practically do to make it through all of this extra. And yes, mindfulness courses are great. We're going to be talking about some things we can do with mindset, because a lot of the ways we can combat all of this stress, there are things that we're going to do that originate in our mind, and then there are things that are going to originate in action or things for our body. And it's important to keep all of those in mind at the same time, because one of the things is one of the myths out there is just that you're just going to be stressed out. You're just dealing with it. It's just stressful. We all have to be stressed. Now, we can experience stress, but whether or not we feel stressed or how we manage or bounce back from it is our choice. So I want to make sure we hop to it. So I hope you're ready for us to hop on in and get going. So let's do this. So the first thing I had to do, and I'm working on, is being intentional about getting rest and getting sleep. Now, I've rest and sleep there because it's not always the same, because it's, I try to sleep at night. As far as with sleep hygiene, I try not to nap during the day. I've never really been a big napper, but making sure I get enough sleep, which means I have to go to bed at a decent time. Now, I'm still working on this. This is still a work in progress, because I get up around 4:30 on the days I go into the clinic, and getting up at 4:30 means I need to go to bed by 9:30, and that doesn't always happen. But I am working on being more intentional, going to bed at a good time, and also, instead of falling asleep on the couch and then waking up at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning and then having to be on the struggle bus to get to bed. Let me know, does that happen to y'all? Do y'all fall asleep on the couch? It's just me. It's just me. Is to be more intentional, that when I feel myself getting sleepy, instead of falling asleep on the couch, to get up, walk, and go to my bed. Because for all of us, our bodies heal itself when we sleep. So it heals itself physically and emotionally. It also helps your immune system. So you want to make sure that you are getting sleep. And I have to priority sleep. And rest is that during the day, I don't want a situation. I've realized for me in 2020, I was going and going and going and going. By the time we got to the end of the year, I felt gone. So I realized I need to pace myself a little bit better and make sure that I'm getting enough rest during the day, that it's not like this constant run, a hamster wheel, and then just pass out at the end of the day, that I have to be more mindful of how I schedule my time so that I can get some rest before it's time to go to bed. So for me, that also includes being more intentional of planning how I'm going to do my schedule, putting some more time in to actually rest, pulling some things out of my schedule, which we're going to talk about as we keep going on. All right, let's make it to the next thing. And we already alluded to it because we were, someone mentioned a mindfulness coach, a mindfulness course. So quiet time, and quiet time is time in stillness, and it can be used a few different ways. You know, I do my best to meditate in the mornings. I actually sometimes will, even in between patients or when I'm working in clinic, one of the things I do on my way to actually to the restroom or the break room is I'll take deep breaths as I walk. But it's having that quiet time to breathe, to think, to meditate, to contemplate, because sometimes number one, we need this quiet time to reset. Quiet time also helps us to be still enough to see inside ourselves and check in with our internal barometer. But also getting quiet allows us to check in with whatever our spiritual base is. So for me, it gives me a chance to check in with God. See, hey, God, what's up? I can only do it when I'm quiet, though, because I can't hear what he's saying if I'm not quiet. But quiet time to me is important. It's an important thing to reset. It's an important way to turn down some of the noise, because to me, one of the biggest tools to deal with stress management is to turn down all of that external noise. So the next thing I do is I've done this a lot this year specifically, is reassessing goals and put together a plan. So and that's one of the reasons quiet time is important, but also you have to schedule some time to really think about what you want. And for me, it's been taking some time out to think about, what do I want from a variety of things, from what do I want for myself personally? What are my personal goals? What are my professional goals? What are things I want for my business? What are things I just want to develop as skills? And looking at what those are, because they might not be the same right now as they were last year or the middle of next year. And this is a process that's ongoing. And one of the reasons I think it's important to help manage stress is that things may change, priorities may shift as the year goes on, or different things happen. So being able to be able to pivot, since pivot was the official word of 2020, is to be able to pivot. You have to be able to reassess your goals and reassess your plan, because what is your priority may shift and change depending on what's going on. And one of the ways for me to keep from being super overloaded is I have to check in with those priorities, because I can't literally do everything, and everything can't be done in a day. And I need to even be able to prioritize what are priority tasks for the day. My dad always laughs because he does this, because I tell him about it. So we've been talking about reassessing plans and goals. The next thing is connection is really important right now. It's important anytime, but it's really important in times of stress. And even we're moving into a new year, but we moved into a new year with so much stuff. And it's so important for us to connect with other people. So I intentionally reach out to friends and family. So I make sure that I text a few people, I call a few people, I've been doing a few voice messages, but just something that I make sure that I'm intentionally connecting. I typically talk to my parents every day, but just intentionally connecting. And one of my coaches actually talked about putting connection time in your calendar. But it's one of the ways we can help boost our spirits, because you have people pouring into you. Also, staying connected also helps when you hit a stumbling block, you need to problem solve a solution. Also, if you actually need some help or support, you have to stay connected or connect to people to be able to ask them or tell them what you need. People are not mind readers. You're not going to be able to tell you or do what you need if you don't let them know. Then the bonus, or I guess I didn't even count these, but this is number 5. I usually put the numbers on there, but today I didn't put the numbers on there, is limiting social media. So one of the things I have to do is I can't be on social media all the time because number one, it makes my brain just go do, 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 do. And with so many things going on, last Wednesday, you could be on social media all day. We've had so many things, all of the things going on. So to me, it's important to limit it. And also with the advent of Clubhouse, you can sit on Clubhouse and just go into the rabbit hole and lose a whole day. And for me, number one, not only just from a stress management viewpoint of not letting in a lot of extra information that'll have me overstimulated. Also, there's a limited amount of time. As much as we all talk about abundance, there are only 24 hours in the day, and I do need to sleep, which means that any time I give to one thing is time I took away from somewhere else. So if I spend hours on social media, that's hours I'm either not resting, not connecting with my peeps. I might not be exercising or doing something to take care of myself. Takes me away from maybe doing some things to work on my business, but it takes away time. So I want to be mindful around how much time I actually spend on social media. The next thing is healthy eating and healthy exercise. So I work out about 4 to 5 days a week. Hopefully I look a little slimmer than I did this time last year. I'm still working on it, and eating healthy. And to me, eating healthy and having exercise is extremely important. It helps you have more mental clarity. It can actually also help your mood. So when we're eating in ways that we're eating a lot of fat and a lot of just stuff that just doesn't, a lot of grease, a lot of sugar, a lot of salt, it can actually make you feel sluggish and bring your mood down. So naturally, we all want to be at our healthiest mood. We want our bodies to be healthy. As we've talked about, since we're in the middle of this really super topsy-turvy pandemic, that access is a little bit limited. People don't necessarily want to just go willy-nilly and go everywhere. You don't want to be in the ER. There's not a guarantee there's a spot for you given what things are. You don't want to have some major medical crisis that's preventable because there might not be a bed for you and the ICUs are full. So right now it's a matter of life and death, but any other time you still want to be able to have good health so that you function mentally, emotionally, and physically at your best. And to me, that's also intentional. And when I do those things, I know for me, I feel less stressed because I'm not combating my body trying to send me signals that I haven't been taking care of it. So when I eat healthy and I exercise, I have more energy, which helps me be more productive. Naturally, when I'm not productive, then I feel bad because I didn't get stuff done or I'm too tired to talk to people. So that helps me function at my best. So those are some of the things I'm doing to help me manage stress and all of the craziness going on. I want to take a little time and share it with you. Again, we're going to just circle back through and then we're going to wrap up. So I want to first again say thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. The next thing is, something that needs to just tag them. The next option is you can share. And last thing, if you're not watching it live, don't even worry about it. Just put #replay in the comments. Let me know you're here. Just drop in the chat. Let me know some of the things that you're doing to help deal with all of the chaos and stress because we're going to get through this together. We're going to do a quick rehash and then we're going to get you out of here. So we're talking about 5 ways this psychiatrist is managing stress and 2021 because we've had all the things going on. The first thing is I make sure that I try to plan my schedule so that I can get rest during the day and I'm not just go constantly. And also so that I make it to bed in time to get quality sleep. The next thing is make sure I have some quiet time so that I can meditate. I also can pray. I also can connect in what God and the universe is trying to tell me when I ask questions. I can be quiet enough for that. Also allows me the time to think and turn over my plans, my goals, be able to do check-ins on where I am emotionally, physically, and it just helps me feel good. And also quiet time is a great time to breathe. I take these chunks anywhere I can. The next thing we alluded to was reassessing my goals and my plan because priorities may shift, and depending on what the priorities are, it's going to change how I structure my day and structure my tasks. but also it helps me have clarity of where I am going. And that clarity can help me be a bit more focused, but also be able to look and see if what tasks are aligned, what isn't, so that I'm not spinning my wheels unnecessarily. The next thing is I intentionally reach out to friends and family because connection is so important. I'm limiting social media so that I don't use time that is valuable to use on something else on social media. So I want to make sure I have the time to eat healthy, to clean my house, to get myself organized, to get my tasks done, to get my work done, to spend time with my family and friends, to do all of these things and make sure that I'm not allocating time to social media that should be used for something else. The bonus, as we already started talking about, is healthy eating and healthy exercise, just to keep my body functioning well so that my mind and my emotions can be as stable as possible and I can have mental clarity. So those are some of the things I'm doing. Thank you so much for coming on again. I am your host, Dr. Ericka, Harvard trained, double board certified psychiatrist and integrative lifestyle coach. I am rationally passionate about helping people be better so they can do better and ultimately live better. I am very honored to be here with you. I do that through my telepsychiatry practice, my books, including Fix Your Fairy Tale, A Woman's Guide to a Great Life, Love, and Legacy, and speaking. If you're feeling just a little bit out of whack, or you feel like you need a mental health checkup, not feeling like yourself, or you know someone that could benefit from some help, feel free. My telepsychiatry for a 15-minute free consultation. You can go to askdrgoodwin.com, askdrgoodwin.com. Thanks again for coming. Have a wonderful evening. Make sure you have your usual prescription, which is to call at least one person and tell them that they love you. I know it'll make them feel good. It will make you feel good also. I'll be back tomorrow night at 7, and have a great night. Thanks for joining. Bye-bye.